Paper number 648. Now in this 648 question numbers 66 to 70. Now it is based on circular arrangement. 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are seated around a circular table, and some of the people are facing towards the center and some of the people are facing away from the center, isn't it? Now some inward and some outward is given. Then G sits second to the right of B. B faces the center clearly given. As B faces the center is clearly given, first we need to start from B here. Because information, definite information clearly given, B sits, B is facing the center, and G sits second to the right of B, and G will be here. G sits second to the right of B, and B faces the center, and F sits third to the right of G. F is seated third to the right of G. Then tell me how many different possibilities we have? 2 possibilities. And F sits third to the right of G, F can be here. Then G will be away from the center. And in the second case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now B is facing towards the center. And next one, G is seated second to the right of B. And 2 persons between F and G, then G will be towards the center. And so how many possibilities do we have? We have some 2 possibilities. And F sits third to the right of G. And C is an immediate neighbor of both F and H. As C is an immediate neighbor of both F and H, C is an immediate neighbor of both F and H, and H is here. And similarly here, C is an immediate neighbor of both F and H, and C can be here, then H will be here. If C is here, H will be here. There are 2 possibilities. Then, and H is not an immediate neighbor of B. As H is not an immediate neighbor of B, H cannot be here. As H cannot be here, C cannot be here again. And so what is the only possibility we have left for this C and H? C is here, and this will be H. Done with this? And next one, H is not an immediate neighbor of B, and C faces the same direction as G. Now C and G are facing the same direction in the first case. G is away, C is also away. And in the second case, now G is towards the center, C is also towards the center. And A sits to the immediate left of D. As A is to the immediate left of D, hence this A and D must be adjacent to each other. As A and D are adjacent to each other, now in the first case, if A is here, D will be here, or if A is here, D will be here. Then who is the person left over here? E is the person left over, hence E must be here. And in the second case, A or D, if A is here, D will be here, or if A is here, D will be here. A or D, and the person who is left over is E. E will be here. Then immediate neighbors of D facing the same direction, isn't it? Neither A nor D is an immediate neighbor of B. As neither A nor D is an immediate neighbor of B, the second case is not possible. Hence this is not possible, we are left with only the first case. Done with this? Neither A nor D is an immediate neighbor of B. And what is the next information here? Immediate neighbors of D are facing the same direction. Immediate neighbors of D are facing the same direction. D's neighbors are facing the same direction. And next one, E sits second to the left of A. As E is seated second to the left of A, E is already fixed here. That means A must be here. If A is here, then E sits second to the left of A. A is facing the center. If A is here, then D will be here. Isn't it? D is here. And D's neighbors are facing the same direction. A and H are the neighbors. A is facing the center, then H must also be facing towards the center. And E sits second to the left of A. Immediate neighbors of B face opposite directions. Immediate neighbors of B are E and F. These 2 persons are opposite. F faces the same direction as A. F and E are facing the same direction. A is facing the center. F is also facing the center. And immediate neighbors of B, opposite directions. E and F are opposite. Hence E must be away from the center. Done with this? Now this is how these 8 persons are seated around this circular table. Then whatever this D? Now sir, A sits to the immediate left of D, that information is there. As A is to the immediate left of D, D must be facing towards the center only. Clear now? Now this is how these 8 persons are seated around this circular table. And total how many are towards the center? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are towards the center and 3 are away from the center. Done with this? Now this is about question number 66 to 70. Let's write down this arrangement, then let us discuss about 71 to 75. Now in this 71 to 75, what is the information here? Now these 5 are based on coded inequalities. Now in question number 71, now the conclusion between L and R. As the conclusion is in between L and R, now tell me what is the letter which is common between the two statements. K is common. Now we need to move from K to R, isn't it? Now R lesser than K and K greater than or equals to L, isn't it? Now lesser than, greater than, two opposite symbols, and so no relation can be drawn between these two. Then coming to the second one, M and S. M is here and S is here. What is the element which is common? Again K is common. And K and S, K greater than S, and K is lesser than or equals to M, which implies that M is greater than or equals to K. M greater than or equals to K and K greater than S. Hence between M and S, what is the symbol which is common? Greater. Hence M greater than S, definitely true. Hence only conclusion 2 is true, choice 4. Question number 71, it is choice 4. Then coming to question number 72. Now in this one, the relation between D and B. Now B is here, D is here between these two. And forget about this symbol equals to B greater than or equals to D. That means D lesser than or equals to B, definitely true. Then coming to the second one, between P and M, what is the symbol which is common? Greater. Hence both 1 and 2 is true. Both 1 and 2, that is choice 2. Question number 72, it is choice 2. Then 73. Now in this 73, the relation between E and A. A is here, E is here, between these two, A and E, lesser than, A lesser than E, E greater than A is definitely true. Then the second one, A and C. Now between C and E, C greater than or equals to A. That means A lesser than or equals to C is also true. Hence both the conclusions are true. Both 1 and 2, it is given choice 4. 73, choice 4. Then question number 74, the relation between L and M. Now K greater than or equals to L. That means L is lesser than or equals to K. L lesser than or equals to K, K lesser than or equals to M. L lesser than or equals to M, M greater than or equals to L. Then the second one, the relation between R and S. Now the relation between R and S, again the letter which is common is K is common. Between these two, R lesser than K. Now here between K and S, greater than, 1 lesser than, 1 greater than, two opposite symbols, no relation. Hence what is your answer? Only conclusion 1. Only 1 is true, that is choice 4. Then 75, the relation between B and M. Now between these two, forget about this symbol equals to, B greater than or equals to M. That means B greater than or equals to M. Now M is either lesser than or equals to B. M can be either lesser than or equals to B. Either 1 or 2, that is choice 3. Question number 75, choice 3 is the answer. Then 76 to 80. Now in this 76 to 80, it is based on input and output. Now in this input and output 76 to 80. Now what is information given here in this input? Say Q 1245 and so on. In total, how many elements are there? There are some 12 elements. And how many steps are there? 6 steps are there, which implies that in each step exactly 2 elements are being arranged. Then let us check out the final logic in this one. In order to find out the logic in these two, now we need to compare the input with the final output, and step 6 is the final output, and C, D, P, S, W and U. W and Y. All these words are arranged in the alphabetical order. First, all the words are arranged in the alphabetical order, followed by the numbers. What are these numbers? 12, 45, 55, 67, 78, 92. Now the numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Words in the alphabetical order followed by numbers in the ascending order. Isn't it? Then, now we need to find out the pattern followed in this one. In order to find out the pattern, now we need to compare the input with step 1. Now in the first one, your is the word, the highest word arranged at the first place, and the least number 12 arranged at the last place. From there onwards, your shifted to the second place in step 2, third place in step 3, fourth place in step 4, and fifth place in step 5, and finally sixth place in step 6. And similarly, these 12 shifted to 11th position, 10, 9, 8, 7. Isn't it? Hence, after this your and the previous word to your is work, arrange at the first place, and the next highest number to 12 is 45, arrange at the last place. Further, all the words are shifted to the left hand side, numbers are shifted to the right hand side, and this is how these 5 questions are based on the pattern and the logic. Clear? As all the questions are based on the same logic and the same input, now we need to work out the entire procedure in this. Okay? And this is about 76 to 80. Then 81 to 85. Now in this 81 to 85, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, and W live on separate floors of an 8-floor building. Ground floor is number 1, first floor is number 2, and so on until the topmost floor. And tell me how many floors are there? 8 floors. 8, 7, 6. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now in this one, only persons were given. There is no other parameter attributed to this one, isn't it? Hence, draw the lines like this, then start working out this one. Condition number 1, any definite information here? T lives on floor number 4. As T lives on floor number 4, hence this must be T. T lives on floor number 4. Only 2 people live between T and Q. 2 people live between T and Q. Q can be here, that is one possibility. And the second possibility, if T is here and 2 people between T and Q, Q can be on the 7th floor. As Q can be either on the 1st floor or on the 7th floor. Then W lives immediately above you. Now this W lives immediately above you. That means U and W. And W lives on an even number floor. W lives on an even number floor, isn't it? Now W can be either 2, 4, 6. W lives immediately above U, and W lives on an even number floor. As W lives on an even number floor, W can be either 2, 4, 6 or 8, isn't it? And out of which, is it possible for W to be on the 2nd floor? No. W cannot be on the 4th floor, 2nd floor, hence W can be either on the 6th or the 8th floor. Hence if W is here, then U will be here, that is one possibility. And the next one is W here, U is here, and T and Q, this is the second possibility. In the first case itself, we are getting 2 different possibilities. And coming to the next one here, W and U can be like this, because W is an even number floor, and what is the next possibility here? T and Q, and W and U can be like this as well. And next one, only one person lives between R and P. Only one person between R and P, P lives above R. Only one person between R and P, P lives above R. Now, this case is not possible because 2 alternate places is not available here, isn't it? The next one, P lives on an odd number floor. Only one person, P lives above R, and P lives on an odd number floor. Now here. Now in this case, now P must be here. If P is here, R will be here. That is the only possibility left over. And again coming to the other possibility here, then P and R. Now in this P and R, P cannot be on the 1st floor, and P cannot be on the 3rd floor, and P must be on the 5th floor. If P is here, R will be here. And in the next one, P and R. P is here and R will be here. Done with this? Now P and R, there is only one person between P and R, and P lives on an odd number floor. And only one person lives between V and S, and S lives above V. S lives above V, S and V. There is only one person. There is only one person lives between V and S lives above V. As S lives above V, again we need to have 2 alternate vacant places. But as here, 2 alternate vacant places are not there, and this is ruled out. Then what is the other possibility here? S and V, S is here, V is here, this is possible. And in this case also S and V, there are, how many are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 5 floors in between S and V, that is again ruled out. Finally, we are left with only one case. And the final order is SQ, VP, TR, W and U. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 81 to 85. Next one, question numbers 86 to 90. 86 to 90, these 5 questions are based on syllogisms, isn't it? 86 to 90 syllogisms. Now question number 86. Now in this question number 86, tell me what is information here? 86 to 90, all triangles are gases can be written like this. All these triangles are what? gases, all triangles are gases, and all gases are solids. All triangles are gases, all gases are solid, and some solids are cones, some of the solids are cones. Now with the help of this basic diagram, then what is the first conclusion here? No solid is a triangle. No solid is a triangle, the first conclusion is false. And second one is what? Possibility. As it is a possibility, now as all the statements are affirmative, we can write it as a single diagram as C equals to G equals to T equals to C. Isn't it? And the second conclusion definitely true. Then what is your answer here? Only 2 follows. Only 2, that is given in choice 3. 86 it is choice 3. Then 87. Now question number 87. Now all sounds or voices can be written like this. All these are the sounds which are voices. And no voice is a noise. No intersection between voice and a noise. And all beats are noises. All these beats are what? All beats are noises. Then first one, no beat is a sound, definitely true. And no noise is a sound, this is also definitely true. As both these two are true, both these two are negative conclusions. Hence in order to make them false, now we need to draw the complementary pair, that is alternate diagram. For this no beat is sound, what is the complementary? Some beats are sound. Now some beats are sound, if you draw like this, then only the statement will be, then only the conclusion will be false. But whereas we cannot draw like this because no noise, no voice is a noise will become false. Statement invalid, alternate diagram cannot be drawn, this will be true forever. Then coming to the second one, no noise is a sound. In order to make this one false, now we need to prove some noises or sounds like this. If you draw noise like this, again the statement no voice is a noise will be false. Hence alternate diagram cannot be drawn. Isn't it? Alternate diagram cannot be drawn, that will be true forever. Hence what is your answer? Both 1 and 2, that is choice 4 is the answer. Question number 87, it is choice 4. Then 88. Now question number 88. Some of the wheels are what? Some wheels are tires. Now some wheels or tires can be written like this. All tires are brakes. Next one, all brakes are clutches. All these brakes are clutches. Then first conclusion, first one is a possibility. All brakes are wheels is a possibility because all the statements are affirmative. You can write as a single diagram. And all brakes are tires, that is false. Second conclusion is false, and the first one possibility we can draw like this. Hence what is your answer? Only conclusion 1 is true, that is choice 4. 88 choice 4. Then 89. Now in this question number 89, some of the wheels are tires. Some wheels or tires can be written like this, wheel and tire. All tires are brakes. All these tires are brakes. And all brakes are clutches. All these brakes are what? Clutches. Then first one, some wheels are clutches, definitely true. And second, all tires are clutches is also true. Hence both the conclusions true, and both these two are affirmative conclusions. Hence they will be true forever. Hence both 1 and 2 choice 5. 89 choice 5. Then coming to question number 90. Now in this 90, some spectacles are lenses. Some of the spectacles or lenses can be written like this. And some lenses are glares. Some of the lenses are glares. First one, no glare is a spectacle, as of now it is true. And some spectacles are glares, that is false. Isn't it? First conclusion is true. As the first one is true, it is a negative conclusion. To make this one false, now we need to draw the alternate diagram. No glare is a spectacle means some glares are spectacle. Some glares are spectacles means no. Tell me whether we can draw glares like this or not. Yes, that means alternate diagram proven. Previous conclusion will be false. After making the previous conclusion false, then we need to check out the affirmative conclusion which was false in the basic diagram. Now the second conclusion was false in the basic diagram. Now in this diagram, what happened to the second conclusion? Now it has become true. Hence when the first one is true, second is false. When the first is false, second is true. Hence what is your answer here? Either 1 or 2, and it is given in choice 3. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 86 to 90. Then 91 to 95. Now in this question numbers 91 to 95, tell me what is the information here. 10 people are seated in 2 parallel rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one parallel row, and the next parallel row is this one. Hence 10 persons are seated in 2 parallel rows, 5 persons in each. In row 1, PQ are ascending and all of them are facing north. Now this is row 1. Now who are the persons in this row 1? P, Q, R, S and T, and in row 2 A through E are the seated and they are facing towards south, A, B, C, D, and each person also works for a different company. 10 different companies were given. Then P sits at one of the extreme ends of the line. As P is seated at one of the extreme ends of the line, P can be here. That is one possibility. Then what is the second? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the second possibility is now P can be either at the left extreme or at the right extreme. And next one, ends of the line and faces one of the immediate neighbors of A. Now this P is facing one of the immediate neighbors of A, hence A must be here. Now similarly here also A must be here. And this P is facing one of the immediate neighbors of A. Then only one person sits between A and the one who is working in Panasonic, and A and the one who is working in Panasonic, and the one who works in Panasonic must be at this place. There is only one person between A and the one who works in Panasonic, and this person must be working in Panasonic. Then A faces one of the immediate neighbors of R. A is facing one of the immediate neighbors of R, and R must be here. Now in this case also R must be here. And A faces one of the immediate neighbors of R, next one. And the person working for Philips sits to the immediate right of R. And Philips is to the immediate right hand side of R, and this is Philips. And Philips is to the immediate right hand side of R, and this will be your Philips. Isn't it? And C and B are immediate neighbors of each other. And C faces the one working for Canon. Now C and B are immediate neighbors of each other, and that means in the first case, if C is here, B will be here, or C can be here, and C can be either at this place or at this place. And C cannot be Panasonic. Why C cannot be Panasonic? Because, and C must be facing Canon, isn't it? C faces Canon, and C cannot be here. Hence there are only two possibilities to this C. Then again, coming to this one, C and B are opposite to each other. Then here, all the three possibilities are there, isn't it? And C does not work for here, for Canon. The one who is working for higher is an immediate neighbor of B. Immediate neighbor of B. And C does not work for higher. And Q sits exactly between S and the one who is working for Sony. And Q is exactly between the one who is working S and. That means Q is in between S and Sony. Hence S is here, and the one who works for Sony will be here. Isn't it? Then what is the other possibility here? And now in this one, now this Q is in between S and the one who likes Sony. Hence R is working in Sony, and this must be S. Then who is the person left over here? T is the person left over. In this one also T is left over. And C does not work for higher, and Q sits exactly between S and the one who is working for Sony. S and the one who is working for Sony. Next one. Only one person sits between D and the one who works for higher. As D and the one who works for higher, then D and the one who works for higher, and D does not work for Hitachi. The one who working for Samsung sits to the immediate left of T. Samsung is to the immediate left hand side of C, and this P is Samsung, and Samsung is to the immediate left of C. The second case is not possible. Hence we are left with only one case. Now in this case, now Samsung, Sony, Philips were done, and only one person, D does not, and the one working for HP and the one working for Dell, the one working for HP and the one working for Dell face each other, and HP and this Dell are facing opposite to each other, and the one working for HP is facing towards south. That means Dell must be in this case, isn't it? Now this is what the information we have, and with the help of this information now we need to decide the positions of the remaining persons as well, isn't it? Now what is the information here? C and B. Now in this C and B, if you take for example, hence where can we take this C? C is opposite to whom? C is opposite to the person who works for Canon. Earlier we had discussed C can be either at this place, C can be either at this place or at this place, out of which here it is not possible. Why? If C is here, then he is facing the one who is working in Sony but not Canon, and C cannot be at this place. As C cannot be at this place, then where should this C? C must be here. If C is here, and this C is opposite to whom? Opposite to Canon. If C is opposite to Canon, now this HP and Dell are opposite to each other, and this HP is facing towards south. Hence, where should this H be? Now this HP must be here, and this is del. This is the only thing left over, isn't it? As C is here and B and C are adjacent to each other, B will be here. Then D does not work for Hitachi, and there's one more information. What is that information regarding this higher? Then immediate neighbors of each other, C faces the one working for Canon. The one who is working for higher is an immediate neighbor of B. Higher is an immediate neighbor of B. Either this person is an immediate neighbor of higher, or this C might work in higher. But whereas C does not work for higher, that is clearly given. As C does not work for higher, then tell me who is the person who works for higher? This one. Higher, and if higher is there, only one person between D and the one who is working for higher, and so D must be here. If D is here, then who is the person left over? E is the person left over, isn't it? Then, and D does not work for Hitachi, and this C works for Hitachi. If this C works for Hitachi, then who is the, and which company is left over? Timex. And now this D works for Timex. Done with this? Now this is how these 10 persons are seated in two different rows, 5 in each row, 5 persons facing towards south and 5 persons facing towards north. And they are working in 10 different companies. Then question numbers 96 to 100. Then question numbers 96 to 100. Now in this one, what is the information given here? 96 to 100. Now presidents of 5 different countries. Different countries will be visiting India to participate in the global seminar on pollution. Then who are those 5? Vladimir Putin, president of Russia. And next one, cannot speak English or Jonka. And Olusegun Obasanjo, president of Nigeria, is conversant in both Dutch and Jonka. And Jiang Zemin, and president of China, and this person can speak Mandarin and English. And Queen Margaret II of Denmark and President Joseph Estrada of Philippines can speak English and either Jonka or Dutch, and though not necessarily respectively in the same order. Then each one of them speaks 2 of the 4 languages, exactly 2 of the 4 languages. Then tell me who are those persons. In total we have some 5 persons, and 5 persons are there. How many languages? 4 languages. Then who is the first person here? Putin. Now this Putin is the president of what? And Putin the president of Russia. Putin the president of Russia. And next one, and who is the other person? And yes, what are the languages? Tell me. English, Mandarin, English, Mandarin. Next one, Jonka, isn't it? Jonka and Dutch. These are the 4 languages. Then English and Putin. Now this Putin is what? Now Putin is good at? No. Now these, each one of these 4 persons speaks exactly 2 languages out of the 4. And each one of these 5 persons speaks exactly 2 languages out of the 4. Now the first information is regarding what? Putin, president of Russia, cannot speak English or Jonka. And this person, Putin, cannot speak English and cannot speak Jonka, isn't it? And this is ruled out, and this is also ruled out. And each one of these persons exactly speaks 2 different languages. As they speaks 2 different languages, then what is left over here? And this person, Putin, must speak Mandarin and Dutch. Then next one, what is the next information we have? And cannot speak English or Dutch, while Olusegun Obasanjo, and president of Nigeria. Now Olusegun Obasanjo, and this president is president of Nigeria, and this person is conversant in both Dutch and Jonka. Both Dutch and Jonka, hence both Dutch and Jonka, it is true. Dutch and Jonka, these 2 are true, isn't it? That means this person is very good in these 2. That means what happened to the remaining 2? Because each person is good at only 2 languages, and the remaining 2, this person cannot speak in English and Mandarin. The next one, and Queen Jiang Zemin, president of China, can speak Mandarin and English. Now this person can speak Mandarin and English. Now this China. And Jiang Zemin from China and can speak only 2 languages. The one is Mandarin and another one is English. English and Mandarin, that were 2. And what else is left over here? And this person cannot speak the remaining 2 languages. Isn't it? Then who are the remaining 2 persons? Queen Margaret. Now this Queen Margaret of what? Margaret of Denmark. Margaret of Denmark. And who is the other person here? And President Joseph Estrada. And this Estrada from Philippines. Now this person, now between these 2. Now can speak, and President George China can speak Mandarin and English. Queen Margaret II of Denmark and President Joseph Estrada of Philippines can speak English. Now these 2 persons, English is definitely true. Can speak English and either Jonka or Dutch. Either Jonka or Dutch means these 2 persons cannot speak this one. Isn't it? Either Jonka or Dutch. Now here we do not have any information. Now if this person speaks Jonka, isn't it? Then Dutch will be false because only 2 languages. Or if this person Estrada speaks Dutch, then Jonka will be ruled out. Hence here we need to find out then who is speaking which language. Done with this? Now this is what the information given. Then question number 96. Then which of the following can act as an interpreter? When Jiang Zemin and President of Nigeria wish to confer. Now Zemin and Nigeria, if these 2 persons. Now if these 2 persons want to interact with each other, these 2 persons, then first one, President Putin. Now tell me whether President Putin can be act as an interpreter or not. Now this Putin can able to speak English, and next one, this Chinese president is good at English, isn't it? That means Putin and Jiang Zemin both speaks in English, and afterwards what happens here? Mandarin. Now these 2 persons speaks in Mandarin. As these 2 persons speaks in Mandarin, now this Putin will translate the same thing in Dutch. To whom? To Nigerian president. Isn't it? Because these 2 persons can able to speak Dutch. Hence, 1 can be your answer. Putin can act as an interpreter or not? Now because what is the language which is common between these 2? 1 language. And what is the language here? Mandarin. And again between Putin and Obasanjo, there is only 1 language which is common, and that is Dutch. Now we need to find out which language is common among the persons. Then second one, either Queen Margaret or President Joseph. And either Queen Margaret can be your option or not. Queen Margaret. Now if you observe here, no, this Queen Margaret is good at English, hence this Chinese president and this queen can speak in the same language, isn't it? Then afterwards, and this queen can interact with this person, isn't it, Obasanjo, in one of the languages, isn't it? That means this person can speak, either this person speaks Dutch or this person can speak Dutch. Hence either this person or the second person can act as an interpreter. Hence choice 2 is also your answer. Then what about the third one here? President Putin and either queen. Yes, 1 is true, 2 is also true, third one is nothing but the combination of either 1 or 2. Hence what is your answer here? Any one of the 3 executives can act as this one. 4 is the answer. Done with this? Now this is about question number 96. Then coming to 97, which of the following cannot converse without an interpreter? That means now we need to find out among the given choices which 2 choices are having no person which is common, isn't it? Then President of Russia and Philippines. Russia and Philippines, if you take for example, Russia and Philippines, now sir. Now Russia, Mandarin is common, but as Philippines Mandarin, he cannot speak Mandarin, isn't it? Now this Philippines president speaks in English, but as Putin cannot speak English, isn't it? That means President of Russia and Philippines, tell me whether these 2 persons, okay, can converse with each other without any interpreter or not. As one more in, what is that information here? This person can speak. That information is not known, may or may not. If this person speaks in this one, then these 2 persons do not require any interpreter at all, isn't it? Hence we are not sure about this one. Then what is the next one here? Then next, and which of the following cannot converse without an interpreter? Next one, Queen Margaret II and Vladimir Putin. And Queen and this one, Now Putin and this one English, this person speaks in English, but whereas Putin cannot, and this person Putin speaks in Mandarin, this queen cannot, but whereas now here we do not have any information whether this queen can able to speak Dutch or not. If this person speaks Dutch, then these two persons do not require any interpreter, isn't it? Hence cannot converse without an interpreter. Hence these two persons may or may not, isn't it, require an interpreter. Then third one, Olsanjo, Absanjo and Jiang Zemin. Now if you compare these two, now these two persons need an interpreter because there is no language which is common between these two. Hence we can definitely say that this person requires an interpreter. Without an interpreter, these two persons cannot interact with each other, isn't it? But as in the remaining cases, they may or may not, we are not sure. But as what is your answer here? Choice 3. And next one. And next, and choice 4, either 1 or 2. Either 1 or 2 and 3, and this is again true. Why it is again either 1 or 2 means, now between these two 1 or 2, now either the Philippines person speaks this language Dutch or the Margaret, queen speaks this one. And if this person speaks, queen speaks this one will be false. If 1 is false, 2 will be true. Hence what is your answer here? Choice 4, either 1 or 2 and 3. Choice 4 is the answer, 97. Then coming to 98. Now in this question number 98, besides Jiang Zemin, who can converse with President Putin without an interpreter? That means now we need to find out the language which is common. Hence now so Jiang Zemin and Mandarin, isn't it? And Dutch. Now this Dutch, the Absanjo, isn't it? Absanjo can directly speak with this person because these two persons, the language which is common is Dutch. Then what is your answer here? 98? 98? No. Margaret and Joseph and Queen Margaret or Joseph and also option. No, this is 4. 4 is definitely true. And at the same time, now including with this one, what about 3 here? Now this Queen Margaret and Joseph. Now between these two persons, only one person can speak Dutch, and between these two persons, one person do not require any interpreter. Hence, what is your answer here? Both 3 and 4. 3 and 4 means either 1 or 2 and 4. 98. Then coming to question number 99. Of the languages spoken at this global seminar, which are the 2 least common. 2 least common means very few people. Now English, how many persons can able to converse in English? 3. And next one, no. This Dutch also 3 persons, isn't it? Between these 2 persons, only one is Dutch and another one will be Jonka. Hence 2 plus 1, 3. And then the remaining 2 are what? The remaining Mandarin and Jonka. Then only 2 people will be there. And which are the 2 least common? Which are the 2 least common here? Mandarin and Jonka, and it is choice 4, 99. 99 choice 4. Then coming to question number 100. Now if a president of a 6th country is brought in to be understood by the maximum number of original 5. Maximum number of 5 means now that person must be good at either English or Dutch, because these are the only 2 languages wherein 3 persons from these among these 5 can able to converse, isn't it? Then what is your answer here? Either English or Dutch. English or Dutch, and it is given with choice. Choice 1 is the answer. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 96 to 100. Now in these type of questions there is no final arrangement, isn't it? Hence in each of these questions he has given a separate condition. Okay? Is done with this? And this is about paper number 648. Yes, anything else left over? Number series. Question numbers please. 41 to 45. Now 41 to 45 number series. Now in this number series, now it comes under which category? 2-row number series, isn't it? Now in this question a number series is given, a number series is given, and after this one, after the series a number is given followed by A, B, C, D and E, and you have to complete the series starting with the given number, following the sequence of the original series, and answer the question that follows the series, isn't it? That means 2-row number series, out of which the same logic should be applied to the second one by starting with the next number. Then 16, 10, 13 and so on. Yes, tell me what is the logic in this one? 16, now 16, 10 and 13, 16, 10, 13 and 23.5, and next one is 52 and 136, isn't it? Now number starting with 16 increased to 136, again number decreased once. Whenever the number decreased once, hence now we need to go for into 0.5, that is 8 plus 2, into 0.5 plus 2, and 10 and 13 can be written as into 1 plus 3, and 13 and 23.5 is into 1.5 is 13 plus 6.5, that is 19.5 plus how much? Plus 4. And next one is what? Into 2. 23.5 into 2 is 47 plus 5 is 52, and this will be into 2.5 plus 6. Are you following this one or not? Now the given numbers are multiplied with into 0.5 into 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are added. Now starting with 12, the number, what is the number given in the second series? The initial number will be given. That is the starting of the series will be given. Starting with this number, now applying the same logic, now we need to find out the number that is coming in the place of C. Now this is A, B and C, that is the third number. Then 12 into 0.5 plus 2. What is 12 into 0.5 plus 2? 8, isn't it? And 6 plus 2 is 8. Next one, 8 into 1 plus 3. That is how much? That is 11. And 11 into 1.5. 11 into 1.5 plus 4. 11 into 1.5 is how much? 16.5. Plus 4 will be 20.5. And 20.5, that is given in choice 3. Done with this? Now the question is about C. This is A, B and C. The number that is coming in the place of C is 20.5. And this is about question number 41. Then 42. Now in this question number 42 and 3, 17, 45 and so on. Now 3, 17, 45, if you check out here, starting with 3 and 17, 45, 101 and 213, and next one is 437. Now if you observe here, the numbers are increasing very fast. As the numbers are increasing at a very fast rate, hence it must be multiplication or combination. And 3 and 17 cannot be related in the multiplication, hence it must be combination. And again, in the case of combination, we should always check out at the highest pair, isn't it? Rather than checking out 3 and 17, now we need to check out at the highest pair. That's what we had discussed earlier. Whenever it comes under combination, then we need to check out at the highest pair, because at the highest pair we will have only one logic. Then 213 and 437. How can you express this one? 213 into 2 is how much? 26. 26 plus 11 is 37 into 2 plus 11. Then if you check out this one, 101 and 213, 101 into 2 is 202 plus 11 is 213, isn't it? That means what is common here? Into 2 plus 11. Into 2 plus 11, and 17 into 2 is 34 plus 11 is 45, and 3 into 2 6. 6 plus 11 is 17. Okay, rather than trying it at the highest pair, if you have started from the beginning, 3 and 17, tell me how many different possibilities you can have. 3 into 1 plus 14, 3 into 2 plus how much? 3 into 2 plus 11, and 3 into 3 plus 8, and 3 into 4 plus 5, 3 into 5 plus 2, 3 into 6 minus 1, 3 into 7 minus 4, 3 into 8 and so on. Hence, we will have n number of possibilities. Hence, whenever it comes under combination, it is always advisable for you to start at the highest pair, because at the highest pair you will have only one logic. Maximum number should be adjusted in the product, and whatever you are adding or subtracting should be the minimum. Done with this? Then starting with 8. Starting with 8, now we need to find out the number C. Now 8 into 2 plus 1. 8 into 2 plus 11 is how much? 16 plus 11, 27. 27 into 2, 54 plus 11. 54 plus 11 is how much? 65. And 65 into 2, that is 130 plus 11, 141. Hence 141 choice please. Choice 5 is the answer. Question number 42, it is choice 5, 141. Into 2 plus 11, into 2 plus 11, into 2 plus 11 and so on. Then 43. Now in this question number 43 again, the number starting with first number is 5, the last number is 1245. As the numbers are increasing at a very fast rate, it must be under product. 5 and 6 cannot be related in the product, hence it must be under combination. Now in the case of combination, 5, 6, 16, 5, 6, 16 and 57, and after this 57, 244, and next one is 1245. And again try to work out this one. 244 and this one. As 244 into how much? 244 into 6 will be very much, isn't it? That means into 5. 244 into 5 will be how much? 1220. Into 5, 1220 plus 25. As it is into 5 plus 5, then check out here. Now this 57 into 4. 57 into 4 plus how much? Plus 16. And this is into 3. 48 plus 9, 57. And this is into 2 plus 4. And this will be into 1 plus 1. That is into 1 plus 1 square, into 2 plus 2 square, into 3 plus 3 square, into 4 plus 4 square, and into 5 plus 5 square. Now we need to start with the 2. And 2 into 1 plus 1, how much is that? 3. And 3 into 2, 6 plus 4, and 10. And 10 into 3, 30 plus 9, 39. And 39 into 4 plus 16. What is 39 into 4 plus 16? Now the question is about E. Now 39 into 4 plus 16, it will be 172. Now it is 172 and the next number is so much? Into 5 plus 25. Now into 5 A, B, C, D and E. 172 into 5 plus 25. What is the number here? Now that will be 885. 885 and given in choice 5. Into 1 plus 1 square, into 2 plus 2 square, into 3 plus 3 square, into 4 plus 4 square, and into 5 plus 5 square. That will be 885. 43. Then coming to question number 44. Now in this 44, 4, 9, 28. Again starting with 4 and increase to 2105. And the numbers are increasing at a very faster rate. And this must be under again combination. Isn't it? Then 4, 9, 28, 99, and next to 99 is 416, and 416 and 2105, and 2105. Now 416 into 5 is how much? And 2080, isn't it? Into 5 plus 25, into 5 plus 25, 80 plus 25. Next one, what happened to this one? 99. 99 into how much? 99 into 4. 99 into 4 is how much? 396 plus how much? Plus 20 into 4 plus 20. Next one, this is into 3. 28 into 3, 84 plus how much? Plus 15. Then what are these numbers here? 15, 20, 25. That means 5 multiples. Now this is 9 into 2, 18 plus 10, and this is 4 into 1 plus 5. Into 1, into 2, into 3, into 4, into 5, that is common, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 are added. And again starting with the 7, and 7 into 1 plus 5 is how much? 12, and 12 into 2, 24 plus 10, that is 34, and 34 into 3. What is 34 into 3? 102. 102 plus how much? 102 plus 15, that is 117, and 117 into 4 plus 20, and is how much? 468 plus 20, 488, that is choice 4. 488, choice 4 is the answer. Done with this? Now this is about question number 44. Then coming to question number 45. Now in this 45, 7, 12, 33, and again 3804. Isn't it? Again it comes under combination. As it comes under combination, we need to start with the last pair. 7, 12, 33, and next one is 128, and next one is 635, and 635 and 3804, and 635, 3804. Now 6,638. Now it is multiplied with how much? Into 6. Isn't it? Into 6. Now if it is multiplied with 6, 3,635 into 6 is how much? 210. Isn't it? That means minus 6. That is 3810 minus 6 will be 3804. The next one, 128 and 620. Now it is multiplied with how much? Into 5. Into 5 will be 640, and 640 and 635, and this will be into 5 minus 5 and 635. And next one after this, into 6, into 5, and next is into 4. Into 4 is how much? 66, 66, 132. 132 minus 4 is 128. And the next one, into 3, 36 minus 3 is 33, and next one into 2 minus. Into 2 minus 2, into 3 minus 3, into 4 minus 4, into 5 minus 5, and into 6 minus 6. Then starting with what? 5, and 5 into 2 minus 2. How much is that? 8, and 8 into 3 minus 3, and it is 21, and 21 into 4 minus 4, 84 minus 4, 80, and 80 into 5 minus 5, that is 4, 800 into 400 minus 5, 395. Now the question is about which number? D, and D is nothing but 395, choice 4. Done with this? Now into 2 minus 2 into 3 minus 3 into 4 minus 4 into 5 minus 5 and so on. Now, so if you observe here in this one, all the questions, all the 5